Hi sweetie, how are you? My name is Laura. We must have met earlier, but in case you just stumbled on this video, I'm the founder of Hair Business Africa. As you all know, the butterfly lock is trending. In case you don't know what butterfly locks is, you can see that it's on my hair. Okay, and we've had a lot of customers complaining about the quality of the butterfly locks they get. So this video was created for you. If you're a hairstylist, if you're a wig braider, if you are a mobile stylist, it's just for you to quickly and easily install these butterfly locks on your customers so that they can happily pay for your service. So you guys are going to stay with me. We're not going to take time, just in a little time, in about 5 minutes, you would learn all you need to install the right butterfly locks that your customers will love. So this tutorial, we're going to be using a mannequin. So we're going to be using a mannequin. So meet mannequin. Her name is Ada. Hi, Ada, say hi. Hi. So guys, let's go on. So the first thing we're going to do is to moisturize. So if you're working on your customer, the first thing you're supposed to do is to moisturize the customer's hair. And the reason why you need to do that is because the hair is going to be tucked in for a very long time, and you need your customer's hair to be secured and protected while in this locks. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and that just went off. I'm going to just go ahead and moisturize Ada's hair. Okay, so stay with me. For moisturization, I'm going to use this is leave-in conditioner and the water, just to make it easy for me to comb. So I'm going to part the hair in sections and make sure that everything, the hair is moisturized, so that it's easy for me to part it when I'm parting the hair. So guys, let's do this. Hi sweetie, so we're back. We're done moisturizing this hair. If you want a video of how to moisturize the hair, just leave us a feedback and we'll make that for you. But for now, we're gonna install butterfly locks on this beautiful Ada girl sitting here. So the next thing we're going to do is to part the hair. For this video, I'm not going to show you how to part the hair. If you want a video of how to part the hair, just leave us a feedback and we'll make that for you. Okay, so I'm going to be working on these 4 strands. I'm going to be working on this strand, this and this. Okay, on these 4 strands. By the time we're done working on these 4 strands, I think you should be able to know how to do the rest of the hair. Okay, so guys, let's get on to it. So for this tutorial, we're going to use spring twist hair. Okay, in case you didn't know, I'm also the founder of ACC Hair on Instagram, ACC_hairs on Instagram. We manufacture and sell our own hair extensions, and we have various types of extensions. We have the spring twist hair, we have the passion twist hair, we have the Mali hair, very soft Mali hair, we have the coil braids, we have different types of hair. We even have blended braids, jumbo braids. So guys, you guys should check us out. So for this tutorial, I'm going to be using these 2 hair. I'm going to be using the Mali hair. It's called Wendy hair. That's what we call it for ACC hair. And then we have the spring twist, and we call this bay twist. So we're going to be using this 2. Now you can actually use the bay twist alone, but I don't want to use it alone because I've seen a lot of people want their butterfly locks to be like straight. They don't want it to be curly, and this is going to add an additional strength for this hair. So guys, stay with me. Let's start. We're going to be using our Wendy hair. Remember, it's not all Mali hair that is very soft like this. You can see this is from ACC hairs. This is from ACC hairs, and you can see how soft it is. Okay, remember, it's not all Mali hair that is as soft as this. So what I'm going to do, because I don't want it to be very long, I'm going to cut the Mali hair. I'm going to cut the Mali hair into 2, and I'm going to take only 1 part and install on the 4 strands of hair that we have packed. Okay, so what did I say? So I'm going to take it. I'm not going to install it like I'm installing box braids. I'm just going to do any style that I want. Remember, is locked, so we are still going to cover it. Okay, so I'm going to just take it and braid it on the hair. Remember, do not allow the base to be very hard. If it's tight, then it's going to be hard for you to put your crochet inside, and the customer is basically going to complain about how painful the hair is. So I'm gonna braid down. And I'm just going to probably end with some twists. Just twist the hair out. Remember, I said we are not interested in the hair being very neat. Not interested in the hair being very neat. This is the first one. You can see how the roots, you can see how loose the root is. Another way you can do it, if you don't want to add any hair, okay, if you don't want to add any hair, you can also braid your customer's hair down. You can also braid the customer's hair down. I just want to show you different types so that when you're doing your own, you know which one you want to follow. So we're going to do 2 with the customer's hair braided down. Okay, remember, when you're braiding, don't make this place to be very tight. Always remember that. Please leave it as loose as possible. So this one, we're going to braid it down. And for the last one, we're going to add the Mali hair again. Remember, I said we're going to do 2 with Mali hair and 2 without Mali hair. Okay, so I'm going to braid Mali hair. Remember, our Mali hair as soft as ever. Or you can actually add a little. So this time around, I'm going to and just add a little, just a little, so that you also see, you'll also be able to see how different, what the styles will look like, what the sizes will look like, and how to manipulate the hair. So remember, I'm not braiding it to be so, the base, I'm not braiding it to be so fine. If you do it to be so tight, your customer's hair will end up being stiff. So you have to do it as careless as possible. Yes, do it as careless as possible. It doesn't have to be neat. It does not have to be neat. Your braiding does not have to be neat. Otherwise, it's going to be very stiff. So we're going to just twist down, twist down, twist down, twist, twist. I'm going to move this. Twist, 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 twist. And here you have it. So we have the 4 of them, 2 without Mali hair and 2 with Mali hair. First thing we're going to do is to crochet the hair inside. I'm going to pass this hair you can see. We're going to do, because we've crocheted the hair on this, so we're going to start wrapping. If when you're wrapping, for the roots, you're going to wrap a little bit tight. The reason is because you don't want the hair to go off easily, so we're going to wrap. At this point, I'm not bothered about the fluff or anything. I'm just wrapping. Okay. So when I'm done wrapping, maybe about 3 to 4 times on the root. I'm going to use my thumb. You can see my thumb. I'll put my thumb and pass the hair over before I leave it. I'm going to repeat it again. I'm going to use my thumb, separate the hair, pass it over again before I leave it. You can see that. Now, depending on the distance of the logs that you want, it's all dependent on you, on where you put one fluff to another. One thing to note is that we are not expected to wrap too tight, because if you wrap too tight, the hair is going to be stiff. So I'm going to repeat the same thing. And at this point, you see our hair is finished. What I'm going to do is I'm going to separate the remaining strand into 2 and try to work with it. Once it's finished, I'm going to get another strand of hair. Remember what we did at first? We fluffed it, and so I'm going to get another strand of hair. So another strand of hair. I'm going to fluff it again. Fluff. I'm going to fluff it again. Instead of wrapping like this, and then maybe the hair will fall off. So what I do is that I crochet another piece. I crochet it at this point. This will make sure that the hair you're adding to it is secured. Otherwise, you are going to have your customer's hair all out. We are going to work down again. Remember, no 2 locks are the same. See, don't try to make it so neat, because no 2 locks are the same. If they're so neat, you wouldn't get that fluffy look that you have been admiring. So I'm getting close towards the end, and I have the length that I want. So what I'm going to do is, you can see what I'm going to do is the one that I've been working with. The reason I do this is because I want to make sure that this hair is secured, okay, so that it doesn't loosen easily. So what I'm going to do, we're going to use, there are so many ways to close it. So what we are going to do is to fold it over and wrap it back upwards. Okay? We're going to wrap it upwards. Remember to always fluff your extension. Always fluff it. The more fluffy it is, the easier for you to work with it. And when we get there, we're just going to tie it. And we're going to wrap the rest of the hair. And there you have it. These are our 4 strands. You can see how it is. These are our 4 strands. For the second one, this one is without the hair. We're going to do it, and you're going to see how it is. So for this, we're going to use 2 strands of hair, because we want to make something that looks like this in size and in texture. So we're going to use 2 strands of hair. This is the second strand. Second strand, okay? The reason I'm using second strand is to give it that volume that we need. So like I did the first one, I'm going to crochet it. Like I did the first one, crochet, pass it over. So this time around, I'm going to use only 1 strand to wrap. Remember we crochet two strands. I'm going to use only one out of the two strands to wrap. Okay, so let's go. Don't forget to make the roots to be not so tight, but you know, something that can last so that it won't lose easily. Okay, once you are done working on the roots, okay, you start working on the hair itself. The hair is fluffy, so you're going to have a little bit. So remember what we did, we put the hand, this is the hair, you put the hand to make a fluff, okay? Then you wrap it again to lock it. And there you have it. That's the fluff. Remember not to wrap too tight. If you wrap too tight, it will be like cane. Remember, for my vlogs, I don't want the distance between the two loops to the two butterfly bubbles to be so apart. So I'm bringing them close to each other. The second one is the third bubble we are putting. And we continue to wrap. My hair is almost finished. I'm going to change to another strand. And I will continue to wrap. Continue to wrap. If I continue to wrap with this, I'm not going to get the same volume I'm going to have down here, right? So you have to use your own discretion. So this lock thing is about your own discretion. You have to work with what you have to use your head as you're doing it. You cannot just come and be wrapping, and that's why you're a stylist, okay? You use your head to calculate how much more, or whether you need to add more or not. So I'm going to add an extra one. Even though I'm thinking that this one I added is a little bit big, but let's go, we're going to find out. And that's why we're here. Okay, so I'm going to continue putting my loops. I'm going to continue putting my loops. Okay. Now, remember, they're using the first one as the guide. They're not there yet. Okay, if you put it here, they're not there yet. Continue to wrap. So we're here now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this one I've been wrapping to seal the end and keep it intact. Okay, I'm going to seal it and keep it intact. Some people don't mind, some people would normally cut off this piece, but I don't like to cut off mine. So what I do is to take the hair and wrap it off. See, I didn't take everything at the same time because the hair I have now is very bulky, right? And I'm making sure that I have the same length at the back. So I didn't take everything at once. And if you see the way I'm wrapping up, I'm not wrapping it to form a cane. And when I get there, as usual, we'll wrap it again. Tie it, secure it, and I'm going to bring the other one and just wrap on top of it. Remember, I'm wrapping so freely because you also want to have bubbles at the end of your butterfly locks. Okay, you want to have bubbles at the end of your butterfly locks. So the remaining hair, you just wrap. You don't cut it. You don't need to cut anything. You just have to. And here we have our second strand. You can see, two locks look the same, but they're all beautiful in their own way. And remember, for this one, we used the spring twist extension. We didn't add any magic hair, and you can see because of the weight of the first one, we had to make sure that we get the same. That's why we used 2 strands. But with the magic hair, we used only 1 strand while wrapping. Okay, so this one was a total 3 strands, and this one was total 2 strands. Now it depends on what you're doing and what your customer wants. That will determine how much hair you are going to use. So for this other 2, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to distract you. I just want you to watch me work, and probably maybe you will practice your own and send me a review, a feedback, or a picture of your work. I will be so glad to see it. So I'm going to cut off the audio. I just want you to pay attention and see what I'm doing for this one. Okay? So let's go. Here it is. Continue to add as much fluff as if you notice, no two locks are actually the same. No two locks are the same. Each individual locks are so different, and you know that's what makes it so beautiful. If you are working to have this, to make all your locks look the same, then it's not going to give you the vibe that you want, right? So we're going to continue wrapping till we have exhausted the wrapping here. Now I'm not bothered about the base because I have a solid base that I'm using. Okay, I have a solid base that I'm using. So this, I'm going to use the front hair as a guide to how long I want it to be. Okay, so you can see, and if you notice also, the front one is taking as much extension, it's taking so much extension than the back one. I think the back one we used about 2 to 3 strands, and this let's see if it's going to be enough, if 3 strands is going to be enough or more. So we're going to continue wrapping. Okay, we're almost there. I'm going to take this strand and wrap down. Okay, remember your closing, you don't want your locks to loosen, so you have to tie multiple times. Okay, this time around, because the Mali hair is long, very super long, I'm gonna cut one of the strands because I don't want the down part to be more bulkier than the rest of the hair. So I'm gonna cut off, I'm gonna trim it off while I use this one to, you can see it, you have to always measure this. Make sure that they're the same length, otherwise they won't look good. Okay, wrap and tie any strand to cover up what you have just wrapped. Okay, remember what I said, no two locks look the same, and that's the beauty of the locks. That's the beauty of it. Are you seeing me? And we have our locks, guys. This is such, I mean, it was such a long work, guys, and now I understand why people abroad charge $1,500, $600 for this kind of hairstyle, you know. And it's not everybody, you know, most people will tell you that they can do it, but it's not everybody that can actually get it to be the way you want. And if you look at this, this is actually very big. You can see how flexible, you know, you can see how flexible it is, and it's super lightweight. It doesn't burden your customer's scalp, and you can see how you can easily style it as much as you want, you know. See Ada, Ada is looking so fine, oh. Hey, or you can even pack it up. You You can do the top bun, right? You can pick it. Oh, Ada will embarrass us today. I don't know why Ada keeps embarrassing. You know, you pick. Please do not mind Ada's hair. It's it's mannequin and it's human hair. You know, Ada have never experienced this mousse in her life, and that's why she's responding this way. And then if you have an oil sheen, you can just use oil sheen to add shine to the hair. And your customer is good to go. And your customer is good to go. So, and what next do? You now take pictures, find pictures of your customer wearing your hair. You can take these ones to the back. You can take, or you can just let it slide. Ada's face is somehow, so just take fine pictures. And you're good to go. So guys, if you enjoyed this training, if you enjoyed it and you love it, I want you to do just two things for me. Just two. Number one is to send a link for your friends, to other stylists to learn it, okay? And follow us on Instagram and engage with us. Number two is that I want you to go home and actually practice this. If you don't have a customer you can do it on, you can actually get a model and practice it. Feel free to send me your pictures on Instagram, Hair Business Africa. Feel free to send me your pictures. Feel free to ask me questions, and I will always be there to guide you to make sure you get the best butterfly locks ever that your customer desires. So guys, it's time to go. Ada is going to rock her hair now. So guys, you have an awesome time. See you. Bye.